A phenomenal rendition of our Star-Spangled Banner here by the pep band from York Suburban High School as we settle in this evening, coming to you live from York Suburban High School. It's Sports Shooting Stars with my broadcast partner, Dew Jones and Todd Edwards. About ready for tip-off here. A nice turnout here, Dew, tonight on a Tuesday night for a little YIAA basketball action. The final game for the Red Lions here tonight as they tip off against the playoff-bound York Suburban Trojans.
And we also want to thank the fans for tuning in. And also a big shout-out to our sponsor tonight, CR Property Group with Eric Brewer. And also Anytime Fitness of Redline with John Turpak and his wife, Jennifer Turpak.
We're going to mention our sponsors frequently throughout the telecast. But we're about ready for tip-off, doing it, and we're underway here at York Suburban High School. York Suburban in the white jerseys tonight. Red Lions sporting the black and yellow. And York Suburban moving left to right. Cam Brewer with the ball.
It's going to take a gritty game from Redline to win tonight. They're a little bit outmatched with York Suburban's athleticism, but if they play gritty, they can stay in the game.
And Redline with the ball, bringing the ball up court.
Rebound from Aidan Hughley. Savon Sutton pushed the ball up the court.
Aiden Hughley, by the way, Duke comes in as a junior, 6'6", 1,000-point scorer for York Suburban tonight. Keep an eye on Aiden Hughley, number 24 in your program for York Suburban.
Devante Janice a little short on that first shot. Fade away. Reminiscent of the late, great Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant, yes. And it wouldn't be a telecast without mentioning the passing of Kobe Bryant. And one of York's own, Chris Stolman. We'll touch on that during our telecast tonight.
Of course.
And a big-time three-point shot there by Anthony Brown. That was two. It looks like he had his foot on the line. It was a two-point score there for Anthony Brown, and that breaks the ice here at York Suburban.
Devante Janice with the ball, crossover, kick out.
Aiden Hughley with the rebound for York Suburban. Cam Brewer bringing the ball up court. And a three-point shot comes up short for York Suburban.
That was a rebound from Cam Brewer, but he stepped on the line, giving Redline the ball.
Red Lions possession here.
Ball number 2, A.J. Varetta, down at Devante Janice.
And he's fouled. He got fouled on that play, Dew. He's got to go to the free throw line for a scoring opportunity for the Lions.
And that foul is on number 30 for York Suburban.
Alon Gorham, his first foul.
And Alon Gorham, that's their silent leader. Real solid player.
There you go. Devante Janice, an accomplished basketball player, also known for his gridiron skills as well for the Lions as a 6'4" junior.
And you notice that more often, Todd, a lot of these players are playing two and three sport athletes. I mean, from lacrosse, football, basketball, and then also volleyball.
Yeah, you look at a lot of the Division I athletes, they're good at multiple sports, Dew. And the put in by Aiden Hughley.
And that was great ball movement from York Suburban to keep the ball in motion and get that 2 points to Aidan Hughley.
Red Lion working the ball around here. And a three-point shot made by Devante Janice. And that gives the Red Lion their first lead tonight, 5-4 over York Suburban with under 5 minutes to go here, Dew.
And that's an offensive foul called on Alon Gorham.
his second foul already early in the first quarter for Alon Gorham. And he's going to check out with 2 fouls.
And checking in the game right now is number 1, Chris Spellman.
In early foul trouble for Alon Gorham right now.
The 5'11 guard, the 5'11 senior guard.
A.J. Verrata bringing the ball up court for Red Lion. And a three-point shot came up short for Mike Drew. York Suburban with the possession. And a turnover, Red Lion bringing the ball up court. Nice pass and put in by number 1, Mike Drew for Red Lion. His first bucket of the night gives Red Lion a 7-4 lead here with just over 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter as we're coming to you live tonight from York Suburban High School. Three-point shot and made. Big-time 3 by Savon Sutton. His first points in tonight's contest. If you remember to our last broadcast, he was our player of the game.
He definitely was. Had a great game that last broadcast against Kennerdale.
And I stand corrected. Yes, that's his first points of the game at 3. And he's going to bring the ball up court now for a true freshman. He's a freshman here for this year. The only freshman on the varsity roster, do.
And that was a great up-court pass from A.J. Verrata
to Mike
Drew.
Drew. 4 points for Mike Drew right now. Yeah, good competitive matchup due, I think, tonight for York Suburban as they obviously are going to be in the county championship starting this Friday. 3-point shot made. Big-time 3 by number 13, Evan Watt.
And Evan Watt likes to hang out around that 3-point line. You can tell he's looking for his shot, and he got it.
And his first points of tonight for Evan Watt. And that's a big-time 3. And that gives the Lions a lead right now, 12-7 over York Suburban with 2:37 to go here in the first quarter. Savon Sutton with a throw-in to number 35, Anthony Brown. Chris Spellman is checked in, number 1. Gives to Aidan Hughley. Jump shot. Offensive rebound for York Suburban. Chris Spellman looking to drive to the net. Gives York Suburban another scoring opportunity here with just over 2 minutes to go as they set up their offense against the Lions. Chris Spellman for 3 and makes it. Big time 3 by Chris Spellman. Pulls within 2 right now, the Lions with under 2 minutes to go as Devante Janice is bringing the ball up court for Red Lion. A.J. Verrata with the ball, looking for an open teammate and finds it in Mike Drew, 6'2" senior for Red Lion. Rebound by Aidan Hughley for York Suburban. Suburban down by 2, due with just over a minute to go in the first quarter.
And that's a foul, number 34.
Mitchell Burchett.
Mitchell Burchett.
I mean, 5'10" junior for Red Lion. His first foul in tonight's contest.
Sending Cam Brewer to the line, shooting 2, the sophomore.
And makes the first of 2 shots here as Aidan Hughley's going to check out. And in comes Devante Embry-Banks.
Another one of their key football players on that undefeated regular season that York Suburban had this year.
And you can see it from here in the broadcast booth, just some of the size for York Suburban here. It's on display in the hardwood. 2 for 2 there for Cam Brewer. It's his first 2 points of tonight to tie this game, 12-12 with just over a minute to go, as A.J. Barada bringing the ball up court for Red Lion.
And Red Lion's doing a good job of dribbling and penetrating and kicking the ball out to find their shooters.
And a turnover. Cam Brewer looking to bring the ball up court. Savon Sutton. Oh. Getting a little physical under the net there, Bill. Be Red Lions ball. As Mike Drew checks out, and in comes number 33, Mason Uri. Now, he's listed at 6'7", Bill.
6'7", probably about
Sophomore.
120 pounds.
He is. Shades of, remember Manute Bull?
Yeah.
And, yes, I mean.
There it is.
And there we go, Savon Sutton, the freshman for York Suburban, bringing the ball up court with just over 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're knotted up here, 12-12 at York Suburban. Looks as if York Suburban's content on holding the ball here for one final possession. And the put-in by Cam Brewer. That's 4 points for Cam.
Nice way to use
And a steal by Chris Feldman. I believe he fell out of bounds there. It's going to be Red Lion ball.
That was a nice way of Cam Brewer using that pick to get to the lane to get that open layup. 15 seconds to go in the first quarter.
A.J. Barada with the ball. Looking for an open teammate here as a mild press. He finds it in Devante Janice. We're under 10 seconds here, sports fans. A.J. Barada looking for a shot and makes it. Big time shot by A.J. Barada, and that gives the Lions a lead here at the end of the first quarter. 15-14, do. But rather an exciting first quarter here at York Suburban.
Well, that was a back and forth affair in the first quarter. I think Red Lion's doing exactly what they want to do as far as moving the ball and staying active, and they have to play that way for the whole 4 quarters to win this game. Because, like I said, the eye test is you would give it to York Suburban, but Red Lion's a gritty team, and if they keep playing the same way they're playing, then this game's going to go down to the wire.
No doubt about it. They come into tonight's telecast here tonight at 10-11, 6th place in the Division 1.
And York Suburban losses are, 2 of their losses are to undefeated Gettysburg, and they were all within single digits. So they're knocking on the door. They're a good team. They could be a great team coming into the postseason.
Coming in the postseason, and that action begins this Friday, correct? York High is going to take on that undefeated Gettysburg Warrior Ball Club. The action starts this Friday,
And this will be the last game for Red Lion of the regular season. So, they want to go out on a good note. I know they're going to push it. They're going to lay everything on the floor and try to win this game tonight.
And particularly for the 3 seniors on the Red Lion roster tonight, they want to go out with a bang and a W as they end their high school careers here tonight for Red Lion. And we're back with action here. Start the second quarter. The Red Lions possession. Mike Drew looking to inbound it to number 13, Evan Watt. As he's going to bring the ball up court and give to A.J. Barada. A double team going on there over A.J.
That was a nice trap that Red Lion got out of. Looks like Mason Uri wants to post up, but he can't get the ball to him for Red Lion.
A.J. Barada for 3. Big time 3 by A.J. Barada.
And he's having a great first half so far.
6 points for A.J. Leads all scorers in tonight's game. And a steal by Red Lion. Mike Drew goes to the net and gets the foul.
And that's a foul on Devante Embry Banks, number 45 for York Suburban.
The 6'3" senior. His first foul of the game for Devante Embry Banks, as it sends Mike Drew to the free throw line. York Suburban doesn't want this to be one of those trap games because they could be looking forward to the playoffs. And, they got to finish the regular season on a high note. So you don't want this game to be one of those trap games where they give it up to a team that's playing their last game of the regular season. No doubt. And this is part of our rebroadcast. Remember, it was weathered out earlier in the year, so this was added to the end of the schedule. And we're gracious that York Suburban and their athletic director, Matt Marshall, have invited us back. And there it is, 2 points there, the free throw line for Mike Drew. And it gives the Lions a 6-point lead right now, 20-14 over York Suburban.
And it's definitely a packed house here tonight. What do you say, Todd?
Oh, a nice crowd. And a lot of Red Lion fans are around us here in the broadcast booth. Travel well to, and not really a far trip for the Red Lion fans to York Suburban. Missed shot by York Suburban. Seemed to be a little off tonight here, early in this game. We're still in the second quarter. Rebound by Savon Sutton. He's going to push the ball up court.
And Chris Spellman took his eyes off the ball for half a second and caused that turnover.
And it'll be Red Lions possession. Again, Red Lion leading 20-14 over York Suburban. Mike Drew with the ball for Red Lion. The 6'7" Mason Uri turns the ball over. Savon Sutton with the ball. Jump shot. In and out of the bucket. There seems to be a lid on the net here for York Suburban.
And as you can see, York Suburban is dominating on the boards. That's a nice left-hand floater from Cam Brewer.
Cam Brewer, that's 6 points for Cam Brewer tonight, the sophomore. Pulls York Suburban within 4 right now with just over 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 20-16 Red Lion over York Suburban.
And number 13 for Red Lion, Evan Wide. He has a nice three-point shot. He has to stay aggressive because he's getting the ball at the three-point and he's passing it up. So he has to stay aggressive and put points on the board.
And the put-in by Devante Janice. 7 points for Devante tonight. And a big-time three-point shot there by Chris Spellman.
And number 1, Chris Spellman, the senior, he's a fan favorite. When he makes a shot, I mean, the crowd erupts. They really love his game and everything he brings to the floor.
Chris has 6 points in tonight's contest, tied with Cam Brewer. And a big-time three.
And A.J. Verrata, he's just hot.
A.J. Verrata, and a timeout called by Red Lions coach Steve Schmel. And right now, Red Lions up 25-19 over York Suburban.
Yeah, Red Lions shooting great from the field. From the field, they're shooting over 50%, and they're knocking down their shots, and they're playing their type of basketball.
It's been an exciting first half so far, here, as Sports Shooting Stars is bringing the game to you this evening on Tuesday, February 4th, 2020. I'd like to thank our sponsors, our season-long sponsor, CR Property Group. For all your real estate needs, check out CR Property Group on Facebook. And also, how about Anytime Fitness of Red Lion, located at 3117 Cape Horn Road in Red Lion. Check their Facebook page or call 717-246-2420. It's a state-of-the-art 24-hour private wellness facility, convenient to the residents of Red Lion, Dallastown, and Eastern York. Again, check them out, Anytime Fitness of Red Lion. And we're back here with 4:50 to go here as the Lions are up 25-19. It'll be York Suburban ball, bringing the ball up court. Savon Sutton, the freshman for York Suburban, listed at 6'2". He was our player of the game on our last telecast against Kenderdale. And the put in by number 22, Max Reiniger, the former quarterback for York Suburban.
And that's a nice assist from Savon Sutton. He saw a mismatch and got the ball to him. And that's what Devante Janice wants the ball at, in the paint.
Yeah, Devante, a junior, comes in here at 6'4", and quite the physical presence for Red Lion here. It'll be Red Lions ball. A.J. Verrata looking to pass the ball in. He has 9 points for Red Lion. Leads all scorers tonight. A.J. Barada matched up in Savon Sutton. Be an interesting matchup to watch all night, do. It'll be York Suburban's possession. Max Reiniger, number 22, listed as a senior, 6'3" for York Suburban. Out on the court, Chris Spellman with the ball. York Suburban pulled within 4 here, 25-21, red line. A.J. Barada bringing the ball up court, passes it to number 13, Evan Watt.
Nice block from Aiden Hughley.
Aiden Hughley.
Cam Brewer pushes the ball up the court. Kicks it out.
Here's Max Reiniger, and a put in for Max Reiniger, who's come off the bench and has come into this game here, for a 3-point play. 4 points already for number 22, Max Reiniger for York Suburban.
And that's both of York Suburban's quarterbacks out there, Max Reiniger and also Cam Brewer playing side by side.
And right now, Max looking to add to his point total. He has 4.
And York Suburban's chipping into that lead.
It is right now, red line 25, York Suburban 23, with just over 3 minutes to go here at York Suburban High School. And we thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars as we bring the game to you. A 3-point attempt by A.J. Barada, and makes it, That's 12 points for A.J.
If I'm not mistaken, that's his third 3 of the game so far.
And he's on fire right now for the Lions. And a steal by Redline to give. Mike Drew missed that bucket. Chris Spellman with the ball. A 5-point lead for Redline, 28-23. Devante Janice goes up and gets rejected and hits the hardwood floor hard. He pops up rather slowly.
And that was a good aggressive move by Devante Janice. And that was a good foul also by Savon Sutton. He went up there and contested that shot.
And the student section seems to have enjoyed that here at York Suburban. As number 3, Devante Janice, is going to go to the free throw line for Redline. Has 7 points in tonight's contest. Make it 8.
And Devante Janice, he has a couple of dunks this year, some putback dunks and also fast break dunks. So it's not like he can't jam that thing down. So that was a good job by Savon Sutton, making sure he didn't get the easy 2 points.
Mike Drew checks out, and in comes 6'7" sophomore Mason Urey for Red Lion. 9 points now for Devante Janice, and extends Red Lion's lead to 7, 30-23, with just over 2.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, as Cam Brewer's looking to drive.
And a lot of Red Lions points so far in the first half have been transition points. They've been running the break and getting fast breaks and being very aggressive. If York Suburban slows that down, then they have the game in hand. But if they don't, then Red Lions going to keep on running and playing their type of basketball.
And it's good to see Cam Brewer to the free throw line, standing with 6 points right now. Missed his first of 2 shots here with 2:29 to go. It's Red Line 30, York Suburban 23. As my broadcast partner here, Dew Jones and Todd Edwards, bring the game to you this Tuesday night here from York Suburban High School. Cam Brewer sinks 1 of 2 here. It's 7 points for Cam. And chips in to the Red Line lead right now. Evan Watt. A.J. Vera. Keep an eye on him, number 2 for Red Lion.
And number 13 for Red Lion, Evan Watt. He's one of their scorers as well. He can shoot the long distance shot, but he hasn't been that aggressive so far in the first half. The first shot he took, he knocked it down, and since then he's been very hesitant and kind of timid with the ball. I'd like to see Evan Watt get a little bit more involved in the offense.
A.J. for 3 and makes it, He's making that 3-point shot look rather easy as his point total climbs to 15 right now with just under 2 minutes to go.
And that's 4 threes for A.J. Barada. And Redline's shooting percentage from the field is excellent right now. I mean, they're knocking down a lot of their jumpers, and especially the three-pointer.
And a steal by Mason Uri. And
some of your Suburban fans wanted a kick ball with that steal, but the referee saw it different.
Red Lion 33, York Suburban 24 with just over a minute to go here in the second quarter with Sports Shooting Stars. Cam Brewer bringing the ball up court.
Anthony Brown with the ball. And that's a foul on Mason Uri, the 6'7" sophomore.
6'7". It's going to send number 35, Anthony Brown, to the free throw line here. Mason Uri's second foul tonight, too. Anthony Brown, 2 points, looking to add to his point total with 59.4 seconds to go. Again, Red Lion 33, York Suburban 24. And Mason Uri's going to check out of this game with 2 fouls. And his replacement, Mitchell Burchett.
And checking in the game is Aiden Hughley and also Alon Gorham. Haven't seen him in a while since the first quarter when he got those first 2 fouls early in the game.
They're going to insert him into this game with 56.9 seconds to go. And, of course, we mentioned it earlier, Aidan Hughley, as a junior, a 1,000-point scorer, has the ball. It's a big presence out in that basketball court at 6'6", too, and Savon Sutton for 3, makes it. Big-time 3 there by Savon Sutton, the freshman for York Suburban. Devante Janice with the ball. And I would think that Red Lion's content here to hold the ball for one final shot before halftime. And a steal.
That would be the smart move, to hold the ball, get the last second shot, and go into halftime with the lead and also with some more momentum for the second half.
And number 2, A.J. Vera, who has 15 points here. Ball in his hand, passes back to A.J., covered by Cam Brewer. Under 15 seconds to go. And a 3-point shot made by Mike Drew. And another opportunity, and comes up short. But wow, rather quick first half. It's Red Lion 36, York Suburban 27, as both teams head to the locker room, and it's been an exciting first half here.
Yeah, they did a great job. Red Lion came out and controlled the pace of the game. They ran the ball up and down the court, and they had transitional points, and I think that's what's key for them to have that lead so far, for them to keep the lead as it is.
And a competitive team here coming into York Suburban. As we said earlier in our telecast, this is their final regular season game. And for 3 seniors on Red Lion, they want to go out with a bang here tonight. And so far, they're showing it right now. 36 Red Lion, York Suburban 27. As we're here halftime, and it looks like it's a boys' youth night here, as the players were out during pregame, and now they're out here at halftime.
Well,
speaking
of youth, I want to give a shout out to Joey Cesarano. He's one of the younger guys that watches our games, and I saw him a couple of days ago at one of the basketball games. I was talking to his wife Jenny Cesarano and also Michael Cesarano, who's also a coach for Central York, and he said Joey watches all the games, and he's probably watching tonight. So big shout out to you, Joey, and we really appreciate you tuning in and watching our games.
Special thanks to Joey, and for that matter, all the fans that tune into Sports Shooting Stars. Like our videos, share our streams, and get the word out as we bring the game to you. It's hard to believe we're coming to the end of the regular season and another broadcast season with basketball. It's been exciting, and you know what they say, when you're having fun, time flies, and it certainly has seemed to fly by this season with is this our 4th year in broadcasting
This is our
basketball,
third
year and second year in football, and it just continues to grow with sponsors. And we'd like to thank our sponsors for that matter. CR Property Group, our season-long sponsor with Eric Brewer. You're looking to buy a home? Check out CR Property Group. Looking to sell a home? Why don't you check out CR Property Group? Or for that matter, if you're looking to rent, they can fulfill all your needs, CR Property Group. And also, looking to get fit with the new year? We've entered the second month here. We're into February, dude. Maybe some of our fans have had a New Year's resolution to get fit, maybe get away from the fat food and all the beer. Hey, maybe you want to check out Anytime Fitness of Red Lion with the Turpacks, right, John?
Yeah, John Turpak and also Jennifer Turpak, his wife. And also we have to give a shout out to S3 Performance Training. They were also one of our sponsors this year. We see Ron Johnson, he's in the building tonight. There's a lot of local athletes from different schools here tonight to watch this game, but it's about the only game going on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, as a makeup game, and we talk about a lot of local talent. Ron Johnson, a Philadelphia Eagle, a York Catholic alum. Well, he also wanted to make mention of the passing of one of the all-time great athletes of York High, and that's Chris Coleman, a class of '80, a York High Bearcat, went on to play his college ball at Pitt, and then played the NFL for 15 years, died rather too quickly at the age of 58 from brain cancer. But I believe York's only Hall of Famer, Chris Dolman, and quite the athlete, just did not play football, but basketball and volleyball do. And we send our condolences to the family of Chris Dolman.
Yeah, shout out to the whole Dolman family. Also, his brother, Chris Dolman's brother, Ty Dolman, is also a former Globetrotter. And, the family's reeling right now from that death of Chris Dolman. He's a legend, the York High great, University of Pittsburgh graduate. He made his mark with Minnesota Vikings. He's fifth all-time leading in sacks.
Still to this day.
To this day,
the
yeah.
Impact, I believe he had 150 sacks, which really goes to tell you the impact that Chris Dolman had as a player, not just with the Minnesota Vikings, as he was the 4th overall pick in the '85 draft, but he went on to play for the Atlanta Falcons, where he resided as a later post-career, and then finished his career with the San Francisco 49ers. And again, a worthy Hall of Fame career, passes away at the age of 58.
Yeah, and our hearts go out to the Dolman family and everybody affected by that tragedy from him. And also, we'd be remiss if we didn't say anything about Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gigi, and the 7 other victims that passed away in a horrific helicopter crash last Sunday.
And Kobe Bryant, no stranger to this area, a graduate of Lower Merion High School, went on to be a state champion by beating Cathedral Prep, not too far from here at the old barn at the Hershey Park Arena in 1996, I believe, dude. It's a few years ago, but made that jump from high school to professional basketball and with the LA Lakers, and really will go down as one of the all-time greats.
Of course, yeah. And everywhere Kobe went, he left his mark. He put Lower Maryland on the map. Central York played them earlier this year. I believe lost by like 5 or 6 points, and you'll see Lower Maryland in the 6A playoffs and in district as well.
In the districts,
but, we want to also, like I said, our condolences to the Bryant family and also everyone that was affected by that tragedy. And, our hearts go out to the families and everybody that was affected by that. I mean, there's really no words that we can say about that, but he did leave a lasting impression, and his message will live on forever, and that's Mamba mentality.
Yes, no doubt about it. As fans are stretching their legs out, the pep band is playing here for York Suburban. We're going to step away just for a few minutes to collect ourselves. And again, want to remind our fans, we're here halftime with just under 5 minutes to go before we resume action. Red Lion 36, York Suburban 27. As my broadcast partner, Dew Jones, and I are going to take a brief break in the action, and we will resume here rather shortly for Sports Shooting Stars. Good evening, sports fans. We're back. A rather entertaining youth basketball night game here for York Suburban. A lot of nice shots made by the youngsters here as they file off the court. And York Suburban's team and Red Lions team back on the court here for some warm-ups as both teams are out of the locker room. Have just under 3 minutes to go before tip-off. Again, Red Lion 36, York Suburban 27. And we're back here for the second half of the game.
Yeah, and I want to give a big shout-out to Jamello Orr. He's helping us out with the scoreboard. Today's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
He also did some, if you was watching the halftime, he was running the camera and watching the youth go back and forth. So big shout-out to Jamello Orr. We appreciate that. Today's his birthday, Big 11.
Big 11. Happy birthday. And some interesting shots by the youngsters out here on youth night here at York Suburban.
Yeah, it's always great to see the youth because, in a couple years, they'll be on this floor playing at the varsity level.
No doubt about it. And, again, a nice turnout here on Tuesday night. The student section is alive and well here at York Suburban. And, again, Red Lion 36. They're led by their leading point scorer, number 2, A.J. Barada. He has 15 points for Red Lion. Devante Janice has 9. Along with Mike Drew, they have 9 points. They're the leading scorers for Red Lion. York Suburban's led by their sophomore, Cam Brewer, who has 7 points. And Savon Sutton has 6 points here. As York Suburban's down by 9 points, looking to rebound here in the second half at York Suburban High School gym. We bring the game to you at Sports Shooting Stars. We want to thank our viewers for tuning into our final regular season telecast here tonight at York Suburban, Bill.
And speaking of county playoffs, there's really no clear favorite in the county this year. In Division I, Northeastern beat a couple teams. Central lost to a couple teams. York High's playing phenomenally. New Oxford's playing, co-champions of the
New Oxford,
title.
Central, and York High are the 3 teams coming out of the Division I for YIAA. And you're right. It's a wide-open race this year.
It definitely is.
In YIAA. And let's not forget the undefeated Gettysburg Warriors.
Yeah. And Gettysburg Warriors led by Quadir Copeland, the 6'5 junior. He's having a great year. But also, you can't sleep on York Suburban because they lost to them twice, but they only lost by single digits. And they were knocking on the door each time.
And the way things go, you may see them in the county championship in the finals, which will be taking place next week on the campus of York College at Wolf Gym. We plan to be there representing Sports Shooting Stars.
Yeah, this year at county championship games, we normally film both the girls and the boys, but this year High School Sports Live is filming the boys game, and we're filming the girls game. But we're also going to be represented at the boys game as being one of the sponsors for the York County Championship.
There you have it. Circle your calendar, sports fan. But first things first, the second half of this game between Red Lion and York Suburban, and we're back with action here.
And just to add there, Todd, big shout out to York Suburban's band. They did a great job so far in the first half, keeping the crowd excited and engaged.
Yeah, it brought a lot of energy to this gym here, which is quite common for college sports to do it. But it's nice to see it's done here on this level. And that was Anthony Brown for the first points here in the second half.
And Anthony Brown's one of the guys that got saluted before the game as being a senior for York Suburban.
Yeah, there was a teacher appreciation night for the seniors, and what a lot of the teachers for York Suburban met to this senior class. It was a touching moment here in midcourt before our telecast tonight. And a 3-point shot by A.J. Barra comes up short. Rebound by Aidan Hughley, the 6'6" junior. Gives the ball to Cam Brewer. Savon Sutton. And rebound
great rebound from Anthony Brown.
Savon Sutton for 3. Big time shot by Savon Sutton. And that's one player I don't think Red Lion wants to allow to get on a roll here because he can take over this game rather quickly. We saw that in our last broadcast here. It's 9 points for Savon Sutton, but Devante Dennis matches it here. It's 11 points for Devante Dennis. 38 Red Lion. York Suburban 32.
And as we all know, basketball is a four-quarter game, so Red Lion has to keep their foot on the pedal if they want to come out here with a win. And that's just hustle plays from Anthony Brown.
Setting up here their offense, Savon Sutton, number 11 for York Suburban. Leads York Suburban with 9 points. And Aidan Hughley. Nice little play there by Aidan Hughley. It's 4 points for Aidan tonight.
And Aidan Hughley's been quiet so far tonight, so expect him to come off and have a great second half.
Pulls York Suburban within 4, 38-34 Red Lion with the possession in the ball. Mitchell Burchett with the missed opportunity there. Red Lion up by 4.
York Suburban's doing a great job chipping into that lead.
A.J. Verrata with the rebound. Puts it out to Devante Dennis. And Mike Drew there for the put-in and the foul. It's 11 points for Mike Drew tonight.
And that's a quick foul on Alon Gorham.
3-point play.
Giving him 3 fouls. And he sat out most of the first half because he picked up a quick 2 fouls.
And he's kind of picked up where he left off in the first half here, too. As you said, 3 fouls for Alon Gorham.
Wasn't a clear foul that we saw from here, but it was enough for the referee to call it.
Mike Drew puts it in, 3-point play. It's 12 points for Mike tonight. And a turnover, A.J. Barat. A trap play there, York Suburban.
Looks like Cam Brewer wanted a jump ball, but instead the referee called a foul.
Red Lion will retain possession here in the third quarter with 4:58 to go. Mike Drew, Devante Dennis on the court, A.J. Verrata, Mitchell Burchett.
And Anthony Brown is keeping Devante Dennis. Anthony Brown may be their best defensive player for York Suburban. He's sticking with Devante Dennis like glue everywhere he goes. Look like he's welcoming the challenge and playing their top player.
And that's number 13, Evan Watt, in the game for Red Lion as well. 5 starters here to kick things off in the third quarter at York Suburban. And the put in by Devante Dennis.
That was good ball movement.
Yeah, 13 points for Devante tonight.
And good pass from Mitchell Burchett, number 34.
Yep. Red Lion
for
43, York Suburban 34.
For Red Lion.
And a turnover. Mike Drew with the ball. And a steal by Savon Sutton. And there to put it in, Anthony Brown.
And as we said before, Anthony Brown, that's their hustle player. He's all over the court. He'll get you those hustle points and the grit plays.
And that's 6 points for Anthony Brown tonight. AJ throwing that ball into the stands here tonight at York Suburban. Various media are in attendance. Print media, we mentioned earlier, the radio, and of course the television broadcast team of Dew Jones and Todd Edwards here for Sports Shooting Stars as we bring the game to you with just under 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's Red Lion 43, York Suburban 36. Mike Drew drives to the net and a turnover. York Suburban ball. Cam Brewer bringing the ball up court. Passes to Savon Sutton and puts it in. Savon Sutton, 11 points. Leads York Suburban scores. Red Lion 43, York Suburban 38. Rebound by Mike Drew. They can set up offense here again. Oh, Aggressiveness there by Aiden Hughley and a steal by Savon Sutton. Aiden Hughley there with a put in. The big man, that's 6 points for Aiden Hughley, the 6'6" junior for York Suburban. And that pulls York Suburban within 3, Dew.
Yeah, very crucial right now for York Suburban to get a score. At least get to the foul line and stop this run that York Suburban's on.
And a turnover, York Suburban. On through his intended receiver there, Cam Brewer, be a turnover, and Redline will be bringing the ball up court. Out on Aiden Hughley, but what an effort by Aiden Hughley here.
And Redline has to do a better job with setting screens so they get open, so they can get the ball inbounds.
No doubt about it, York Suburban flying to this ball. And there you go, A.J. Verrata bringing the ball up court.
And that was a hero, A.J. Verrata. He was a hero in the first half for York. For Redline. He needs to turn it up
leads
in the
all
second
scores
half
tonight with 15 points. But yeah, he's been quiet to start the third quarter. A 3-point shot by A.J. Gonna wave that off, and it'll be York Suburban's possession. 1:41 to go here in the third quarter. Again, Redline up by 3, 43-40 over York Suburban. Savon Sutton bringing the ball up court. The give to Cam Brewer. Cam Brewer puts it up. Rebound by Anthony
There's that
Brown.
familiar guy, Anthony Brown, getting busy on the boards.
Cam Brewer. Oh, and a rejection there by Devante Janice. Oh, 6'4".
Good spin
Said,
move.
not in my house.
Good spin move from Savon Sutton, but that was a bigger block by Devante Dennis. Sorry.
Devante Dennis, you can see his athleticism on display here tonight. And A.J. Verrata bringing the ball up court. And a 3-point shot. Comes up short for Redline.
In this third quarter,
Watt.
Redline's not doing what they were doing in the first half. The shot's been off, and York Suburban's doing a great job chipping away and getting back into the game.
And you just said it. It is a ball game right now. A 3-point lead for Redline. York Suburban looking to chip away here.
And that's possession. A mismatch right there with Aiden Hughley. With Aiden Hughley matched up against Mitchell Burchett, he can pretty much do what he wants in the paint.
No doubt about it. 6'6" and probably a couple more inches with his hair there, Dew.
For sure,
no
for
doubt.
sure.
And
that's York Suburban's 1,000-point scorer, Aiden Hughley.
As a junior, he's going to go to the free throw line here, looking to add to his point total tonight. 7 points right now for Aiden. Pulls York Suburban within 2. 2 for 2. It's 8 points for Aiden Hughley. And it's a 1-point lead for Redline with just under 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter at York Suburban High School. A.J. Verrata bringing the ball up court. A timeout called by Coach Tom Triggs.
We want to remind the fans that we're having a little bit of difficulties with the scoreboard, but the score is 43-42.
A 1-point
Redline's
lead.
up by 1 point with 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And an ideal timeout called here for Coach Tom Triggs and his York Suburban Trojans. 30.4 seconds to go. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We thank you for tuning in on White Rose Community Channel 18, or if you're streaming us live on social media, we thank you as well for tuning in tonight. Tuesday night basketball here from York Suburban, and we have a good one here. Redline 43, York Suburban 42. It'll be York Suburban's possession.
Come on, Lions. Get serious here. Come on.
And Savon Sutton bringing the ball up court for York Suburban.
Looks like York Suburban's content with getting the last shot here, Todd.
See what Redline can do defensively here. We're just over 15 seconds. A 1-point lead for Redline, 43-42.
10 seconds ago.
Cam Brewer with the ball.
5 seconds.
Savant Sutton for three.
0.6 is left on the clock.
0.6 seconds here. And it's going to be York Suburban's ball.
They have enough time to get a shot up.
Savant Sutton. And it comes up short as the third quarter expires here at York Suburban. It's Redline 42, York Suburban 42. And this is the type of broadcasting game that we enjoy broadcast. It's a tight, close game, and it's going to come down here to the final quarter,
99% of our games, over 50 games we film, and 99% of them have all been down to the last quarter in a very close game. So this is right on line with the rest of our games that we film.
As the York Suburban cheerleaders entertain the student section here in between quarters as we get ready to start the fourth quarter, the final 8 minutes. I want to remind our fans, the lead right now belongs to Redline. It's 43-42 over York Suburban. And again, we want to thank our sponsors tonight. That's CR Property Group for all your real estate needs. Check out Eric Brewer and CR Property Group on Facebook. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or rent, it's CR Property Group. And also looking to get in shape this season. You know, we're in the month of February now. A lot of New Year's resolution. What to give up the fat food and that beer do? Check out Anytime Fitness at Redline in Redline to get yourself in shape this new year, 2020. And York Suburban with the ball here to a 1-point lead for Redline. Aiden Hughley with the put in, and that gives York Suburban the lead, 44-43 over Redline.
And that's York Suburban's first lead since the first quarter. And they got the lead at the right time in the fourth quarter.
10 points for Aiden Hughley. Redline ball. Mike Drew, number 1 for Redline. The give to Mitchell Burchett. Mike Drew looking to drive. A.J. Barada on the court. And York Suburban ball.
And again, I can't stress enough, Evan Watt, number 13 for Redline, he has to look for his shot. He had a couple open looks, and he's deferring. He needs to take that shot and trust,
if it's there. Yeah.
And trust in his shot.
Ennis, Cam Brewer. And the put in by Alon Gorham here, and that's a 3-point lead for York Suburban. And just like that, York Suburban with the lead with just under 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 3-point shot comes up short for Mike Drew. Savon Sutton. Set out to Alon Gorham. And Aidan Hughley, the 1,000-point scorer for York Suburban, fouled on that play, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Right now he has 10 points for York Suburban, and a 3-point lead. And a timeout called. Probably a timely timeout for Redline right now, for them to collect themselves with 6:28 to go. It's York Suburban 46, Redline 43.
Yeah, Redline's reeling right now, so it's a good time to call a timeout. Right now, York Suburban's showing their athleticism. They're getting up and down the court, and they're starting to build on that lead. They have a 3-point lead that can increase to 4 to 5 points with Aiden Hughley going to the line.
Redline still within this game. It's still within reach here. It's 6:28 to go. We still have a long way to go here in the fourth quarter.
And Redline doesn't have a lot of firepower, but they play a very sound game tonight, and they didn't have a lot of turnovers, and that's why they're still in the game. But they had to focus in on these last couple of possessions, get a couple stops, so York Suburban doesn't go on another run.
And Aidan Hughley made his first of 2 free throws here. He has 11 points. Make it 12 for Aiden Hughley. A.J. Barada with the ball and lost possession as he sits on the lap of one of the fans there as he falls out of bounds. That's a 5-point lead and York Suburban's ball here.
And as I said earlier, Redline did a great job not having turnovers in the first half and even that third quarter. But this fourth quarter and then late in the third quarter, they start to have some more turnovers.
Aiden Hughley matched up there with Devante Janice. It's a matchup is well worth watching between the
right
two
now,
big guys in the paint there.
Right now, all York Suburban has to do is run their offense.
And a 5-point lead due for York Suburban, 48-43. Cam Brewer. And a few push-ups there by Anthony Brown.
Anthony Brown, he's that guy. He's the dirty worker. He'll get in there and get physical. He'll do whatever you need him to do.
6'4" senior.
For his fellas.
Has 6 points in tonight's contest. Cam Brewer going to set the ball up offensively here for the Trojans. Gives the ball to number 30, Alon Gorham. Redline. Bringing the ball up and the put in by number 34, Mitchell Burchett.
And that was a good pass from A.J. Beretta.
His first points of tonight's contest for Mitchell. And it looks like a foul was called against number 3, Devante Janice, his second in tonight's game. He has 13 points for Red Lion. A.J. Barada, 15. And Mike Drew with 12. A 3-point lead here for York Suburban as they set up their offense.
York Suburban's playing a little bit of keep away.
They seem in no hurry to get this shot off here, dude, with under 5 minutes to go.
And Redline's not a deep team. They pretty much had the same starting 5 in the whole game.
Yes, they haven't.
And they call Cam Brewer with a travel.
Cam Brewer with the travel. And you wonder, as you mentioned, with them playing their 5 starters at this point in the game, if any fatigue sets in here,
right,
for Red Lion.
But with 4 minutes and a half to go, and you're down by 3, with this being the last game of their regular season, or other season, they have to go really hard.
Devante Janice with the easy put in for Red Lion. Pulls in within 1. It's York Suburban 48, Red Lion 47. That's 15 points for the 6'4" junior, Devante Janice.
And there's Anthony Brown again, skying for that rebound. And his second chance rebounds are giving York Suburban a lot of chances to stay in this game and keep the lead.
Keep the lead, and of course a timeout called here by Tom Triggs of York Suburban with 4:22 to go. It's York Suburban 48, Red Lion 47.
I like the timeout called by Coach Triggs. I think that York Suburban rushed that first shot. He wants to calm them down and let them run the offense and let that win the game instead of quick shots.
It's been a great game so far, and of course we want to remind our fans to join us for the county championships next week that are going to take place right here at York, York College, on the campus of York College. The Wolf Gym will be part of it.
And folks that are familiar with Sports Shooting Stars know that we normally film the county championships. So, we're back again this year for the county championships. We'll be doing the boys game. Well, we'll be a sponsor for the boys game, and we'll be filming the girls game as well.
And they'll be taking place next Thursday and Friday next week, February 13th and 14th. Again, at Wolf Gym on the campus of York College.
And we're working right now to get that first round of playoff games on TV. So stay with us, fans, and our season may not be done as of yet with the county playoffs.
Continue to follow us on Facebook for updates on potential future broadcasts as we head into the playoff season here in YIAA. But we're back to action. Savon Sutton with the ball. York Suburban possession with over 4 minutes to go. A 1-point lead for the Trojans over the Lions. Aiden Hughley matched up with Devante Janice. And a jump ball between A.J. Barada and Savon Sutton.
And Redline fans wanted a travel call on Aiden Hughley, and York Suburban fans wanted a foul call on Devante Janice. What was called was a jump ball.
A 3-point attempt by Evan Watt missed. Redline retains possession. And Devante Janice gets fouled. And this scoring opportunity potentially could give Redline the lead here.
If Redline wants to come out with a win, Devante Janice has to put the team on his back and control the tempo and be very aggressive on offense and also on defense.
Misses his first of 2 shots here. Devante Janice, 15 points. Tied with A.J. Barada with 15 points as well. Leading scorers for Redline. Make it 16. He's the leading scorer for Redline.
And it's back to a tie game, 48-48. With 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Cam Brewer with the ball, drives.
And a nice pass and take there by number 35, Anthony Brown. That's 8 points for Anthony Brown and gives York Suburban a 2-point lead. And a steal and a turnover. York Suburban with the ball. Alon Gorham. And a steal by Devante Janice. Fast and furious here, dude, from both teams.
It's been irky-jerky basketball these last couple possessions.
And a 2-point lead here for York Suburban with just under 2.5 minutes to go. Savon Sutton with the ball.
Aidan Hughley wants the ball in the paint.
And Devante Janice with another rejection.
Aiden Hughley gets the ball back in the paint.
And that's an interesting matchup between Aiden Hughley and Devante Janice. Two big kids going down in the middle there. And a foul called on Aiden Hughley.
Well, Aiden Hughley went the ball so bad in the post, and he lost it the first time. He had an offensive foul the second time.
A.J. Barada bringing the ball up court. And a three-point shot in and out of the bucket for Evan Watt. Cam Brewer bringing the ball up court. York Suburban with a 2-point lead.
Looks like York Suburban's content with getting a good shot.
Timeout called by Coach Tom Triggs of York Suburban. York Suburban going to collect their thoughts with 1:42 to go. Again, York Suburban with a 2-point lead, 50-48 over the Lions of Red Lion.
Yeah, and Evan Watt, number 13, had an opportunity to knock down that shot. He's slightly off, but the game's not over. He'll still have those opportunities to knock down that shot. So keep on shooting if you're open, because you can tell that he's a shooter. He just happened to be off on those couple shots.
Yep, still plenty of time for Red Lion to get back into this game. And the student section here rather energetic tonight with the pep band here from York Suburban. Makes for a great atmosphere here, dude, tonight with the crowd and the student section of York Suburban.
Yeah, the student section, the band's here. It's senior night, youth night. I mean, it's everything going on tonight here at York Suburban.
And a special thanks goes out to York Suburban and their athletic director, Matt Marshall, for inviting us back in here again. We've had the pleasure of broadcasting some basketball games, some football games with York Suburban this season, and it's been a pleasure. They're very accommodating here at York Suburban, and a tip of the hat to the school and their athletic director, Matt Marshall.
Yeah, big shout out to Matt Marshall. Really appreciate that. Also, big shout out to our sponsors, CR Property Group, as well as Anytime Fitness, Redline. So, without the athletic directors and these sponsors, we wouldn't be able to put this game on TV. And also, special shout out to Cliff Kern, who's our producer back home, watching the game and making sure everything's running good.
Smoothly, and our camera operator, Belinda Morales, as well. It's a total team effort here with Sports Shooting Stars. We're back to action here with just over a minute and a half to go here at York Suburban. And a trap there by Redline. Alon Gorham with the ball. Give to Cam Brewer. Matched up with Devante Janice. Aiden Hughley in the paint and a foul. And a three-point play for Aiden Hughley, who has 14 points in tonight's contest. And a chance to add to his point total here with 1:16 to go. And a 4-point lead for York Suburban.
And Aiden Hughley is sticking to his game. He's not trying to do anything special. He's getting the ball in the post and around that foul line and doing the dirty work and getting his buckets.
Comes up short there, but rebound. And now Redline.
Devante Janice with the ball.
Devante Janice. A.J. Verada for three. Comes up short. Mike Drew with the offensive rebound. Devante Janice with the ball. A.J. Verada, another three-point attempt. Comes up short again.
And then Liz been on that rim from the three-point range for your Redline in the second half. In the first half, they couldn't miss. The second half, it's a different story.
Yeah, and that's the fourth foul called on number 30, Alon Gorham for York Suburban. A.J. Verada looking, a three-point by Devante Janice, and drains it as he puts the three up. And a quick timeout called by Coach Steve Schmel of Redline. 19 points for Devante Janice and pulls Redline within one. York Suburban 52, Redline 51 with 46.7 seconds to go, do.
Well, second chance plays have been pretty much key this whole game. Anthony Brown's doing a great job of getting the rebounds, and also Redline's doing a great job hustling and showing true grit with getting the second chance shots.
Do as we sit here with a timeout and looking ahead to a potential player of the game, do you see anybody? I mean, obviously for Redline right now, who stands out, Devante Janice with 19 points.
Yeah, Devante Janice, A.J. Verada, those guys are leading the way right now. And also for York Suburban, it has to be Aiden Hughley and also Savon Sutton. And I can't forget Anthony Brown. Sometimes it's not all about the points. It's about what you do with key plays in the game. So he's been doing a great job giving his guys second chance shots.
Yes, he has a lot of players to consider for our player of the game. But still, sports fans, we have 46.7 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter as York Suburban hangs on to a 1-point lead, 52-51. Buckle up, sports fans. It's going to be an exciting 46.7 seconds.
And if I was a betting man, I'd get the ball back into Aiden Hughley's hands in the paint because he can do what he wants against Mitchell.
Savon Sutton bringing the ball up court.
Perchat.
Aiden Hughley with the jam. And that may have put the exclamation point in this game. A timeout called. And that gets the crowd off their feet. Aiden Hughley with 16 points on that big-time dunk. And extends a 3-point lead for York Suburban, 54-51.
Now, mind you, it's still only a 3-point game, but that did take a lot of air out of Redline.
A 3-point by Devante Janice. Comes up short.
And that might have been a bit rushed from Devante Janice, but he's a big-time player, and he can knock down that shot. Good rebound from Cam Brewer.
The fifth foul called on number 34, Mitchell Burchett. He's going to sit out here with 26.7 seconds to go. And a timeout called.
Yeah, that dunk was big time.
Oh, and it got the student section off their feet and brought this crowd. I tell you, it's an exciting night here at York Suburban High School as York Suburban has a 3-point lead. It's 54-51 over the Lions. highlight film worthy there with the dunk by Aiden Hughley.
Well, if your Suburban happens to squeak this win out, I think we kind of know who might be our player of the game. I think he solidified it with that big-time dunk.
No doubt about it. And, you know, the fans, I think when they watch a game, they like seeing that type of excitement. And it's been a great athletic display tonight here by both teams. And we're glad we're part of it. And we are bringing the game to you, Sports Shooting Stars. Of course, brought to you by CR Property Group, our season-long sponsor, along with Anytime Fitness in Redline. Are you looking for fitness goals? Maybe it's your New Year's resolution to walk away from the beer and the unhealthy food.
Right.
Join Anytime Fitness in Redline. And check out John Turpak.
John Turpak.
He knows a thing or two about fitness, too.
He definitely does. Definitely does. And again, even though that big dunk had the crowd wound up and ready to go, it's still only a three-point game.
A three-point game, and you're right, a three-point shot made by Redline could tie this game with 26.7 seconds to go. We're back to action. It's Suburban's possession here as Redline's applying a press.
I expect Redline to foul.
Here. And number 33, Mason Uri, the 6'7" sophomore, checks in.
And I expect Redline to foul and stop the clock, make York Suburban earn these shots from the free throw line. Alon Gorin going to the free throw line, shooting two. Shooting one. It's a 1-and-1.
He has 4 fouls himself, 2 points in tonight's game, looking to add to his total here tonight and extend that lead. And he does. A 4-point lead.
And Alon is undoubtedly the quiet leader on this team. He doesn't say much, but his poise and his hard work says everything on the court.
The 6'2" junior misses his second of 2 free throws, but a rebound there by York Suburban. Savant and a foul call. That'll be against A.J. Barada.
And these 2 free throws mean a lot as far as if the game is put away or it's still a chance for Redline to tie the game up or even win.
A 4-point lead here. York Suburban. Savon Sutton, 11 points in tonight's game. He was our player of the game in our last broadcast here against Kennerdale.
Had a solid game tonight as well. Hey, when fans that tune in and also give us your opinion who you think the MVP of the game should be, send it to our Facebook page underneath our link of the game and let us know what you think.
$12 points for Savon Sutton. Make it 13. And a timeout called by York Suburban. With 14.2 seconds to go, a 6-point lead for this York Suburban ball club, who finished second in the Division 2 action here this year in YIAA, who they're preparing themselves for the county playoffs that begin this Friday. And a great effort by York Suburban in tonight's game. Still time. York Suburban looking for their 16th win overall to their 5 losses if they are able to hold on to this game tonight with a 6-point lead. See longtime coach Joe Hassenfuss, who's an assistant coach here, talking to the team here. Longtime coach for York Suburban, Joe Hassenfuss. His son Marty Hassenfuss was coach as well in YIAA.
And win or lose, Redline has nothing to keep their head down about. They played a tough game. And they don't have that much firepower, but they have a lot of grit. They have a lot of
and a hard shot. AJ, I believe, ran into his own teammate, Devante Janice there.
Yeah, I think he got hit.
For the medical staff here with 11.5 seconds to go.
I believe he got hit in the throat, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I did see that, and he's holding his throat here as people from Wellspan are on site looking and evaluating him. Running into Devante Janice, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah. And when you're dealing with the throat, that's your windpipe and things like that. So, he's already breathing hard because he played pretty much the whole game. So we want to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, AJ,
he's getting checked out right now.
Getting checked out by the medical staff here. 15 points for Red Lion. Devante Janice, 19 points. Leads all scorers tonight. Devante Janice for Red Lion. They're down by 6 with 11.5 seconds to go. And AJ still holding his throat. He's going to sit out. My guess would be he's going to sit out the remainder here of the fourth quarter as he gets a drink. And a timeout called by Coach of Red Lion, Steve Schmel, who's in his 13th season for Red Lion. One of the veterans coaching here in YIAA, Steve Schmel for the Lions. Again, we want to give special notice and appreciation to our sponsor all season long, CR Property Group, for all your real estate needs, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or even rent. Check out CR Property Group on social media. Reach out to Eric Brewer. Their offices are located here in York. It's CR Property Group for all your real estate needs. And also Anytime Fitness. Did you make a New Year's resolution this year, maybe to lose some weight and get fit? Check out Anytime Fitness in Red Lion with John Turpak, and start getting fit today with Anytime Fitness of Red Lion.
"11 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Devante Janice.
And that was a nice design play from Red Line. Quick 2 points, only wasted 2 seconds off the clock.
2 seconds, and that gives Devante Janice 21 points in tonight's game. Again, leads all scorers. And he's had an impact on this court tonight, Devante Janice. This is the first time I've had the opportunity to see Devante Janice and this Red Lion Ball Club this year.
But Devante Janice, he's been a consistent, solid player for the last couple of years. I had the opportunity to watch him throughout the year. Had the opportunity to watch him this summer play AAU. He played AAU with my son, Karan Brown, who also played for Central York. But I saw him this summer, and he's a high time player. I mean, he has a lot of hustle in him, and expect good things from Devante Janice.
And he'll be back next year for a senior campaign for Red Lion. The Red Lion is going to graduate 3 seniors off this club.
Come guys, stay up.
10 seconds to go. York Suburban 57, Red Lion 53.
And that's the name of the game right now. Just foul, set them to the line, and hopefully they miss 1 or 2, and you have your opportunity to make a bucket.
A 4-point lead for York Suburban. As Savon Sutton is going to go to the free throw line. 13 points. For York Suburban. And a 3-point shot in and out of the bucket for Red Lion. Devante Janice for 3. And that is going to end the game. York Suburban 57. Red Lion 53. And what a game, dude.
Hey, that was a great game. Like I said, Red Lion has no reason to keep their head down. They played a tough, gritty game. York Suburban was too much in the end. They did their thing, as usual. And, on to the county playoffs for York Suburban. Unfortunately, that's it for Red Lion this year. But, they had a great season, or a decent season. And, they should be back next year.
A decent season. Of course, York Suburban moves to 16-5. Red Lion will drop to 10-12 overall as both teams shake hands and then head off to their respective locker rooms. And it was an exciting game. And we hope the fans at home tuned into Sports Shooting Stars enjoyed the game as much as we did. We hope to get maybe a player of the game interview. I see Aidan Hughley is under the net there, number 24. I believe he's going to be our player of the game. He had 16 points in tonight's contest, led all scorers for York Suburban. The 1,000-point scorer, the 6'6" junior. Speaking of return players, he's going to be back for this York Suburban Ball Club next year, and be counted on and leaned on in his performance. But congratulations to our player of the game. We're hoping to get an interview with Aidan Hughley. Again, the 6'6" junior scored 16 points in tonight's game as York Suburban pulls out the win tonight, 57-53 over Redline, as the fans begin to file out here at York Suburban High School gym. It's hard to believe. We mentioned it earlier in the telecast that this is our final regular season telecast in year 3 for basketball. Time flies when you're having fun, but it's been a great season. We're looking to carry this on, of course, with playoff action, potentially maybe this Friday with Sports Shooting Stars. Certainly the county championships next week that'll be taking place at York College, the Wolf Gym. We're going to be part for the boys and girls championships. Again, they'll be taking place Thursday, February 13th, and Friday, February 14th with Sports Shooting Stars. And again, a final score tonight as we're coming to you live from York Suburban. York Suburban 57, Red Lion 53. As the York Suburban Pep Band continues to play their music here to close out the night. A rather energetic crowd tonight, and a big win to close out their regular season for York Suburban. I mentioned it earlier in the telecast. They're going to be heading to the county playoffs that begin this Friday here at York. Red Lion High School will be hosting some of those playoff games, and Sports Shooting Stars hopes to be bringing you some of the action potentially with Friday's games. We're awaiting word on the player of the game, Aidan Hughley. We're going to have a word with him before we close out tonight's broadcast, being seen on White Rose Community Television. Or if you're streaming us live on social media, we welcome you and thank you for tuning in tonight as my broadcast partner, New Jones and Todd Edwards, bring you the game tonight here on this Tuesday, February 4th, 2020. I'd like to thank our producer, Cliff Kern, for tuning in tonight, along with camera operator Belinda Morales. And thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight. It's been a great season. We plan to be back with some county championship games and also next fall for high school football action. As a lot of the fans have filed out of the gymnasium here, campus of York Suburban.
Hello. Move to the side a little.
Do your thoughts on the game tonight?
Oh, I thought it was a great game. Red Line came out with a lot of action in the first half. They didn't hit their shots like they should have in the second half, but they played well. I mean, York Suburban, I thought was too athletic for them in this game, and they proved that towards the end of the game. But, Red Line has no reason to keep their head low. I mean, they had a decent season, and, they got beat by a better team tonight.
And York Suburban, obviously, they're going to be on their way to the county championships. And I think with that big dunk by our player of the game, Aiden Hughley, it kind of was really the exclamation point into this game for York Suburban, and a big win as we're going to come down here mid-court as the fans have started to file out too. There we go. My back not against the camera here as we're the waning minutes of our broadcast here as I make my way mid-court. We're live in the waning minutes of our telecast awaiting our player of the game again, Aidan Hughley, 1,000-point scorer for this York Suburban Ball Club. Look at that. Now, this isn't Aidan Hughley, by the way.
No, it's not Aiden Hughley.
But he is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, 11 years old today. Are you excited? Are you glad to be here tonight? Yeah.
Show the back of the shirt, too.
Show the back. Our
That's
sponsor.
Our sponsor for tonight,
Our
CR
season-long
Property Group.
sponsor, CR Property Group with Eric Brewer. We mentioned him many times in our telecast, but if you're looking for real estate, looking to buy, sell, or even rent, check out CR Property Group on social media. That's been our season-long sponsor. And a tip of the hat to Eric Brewer for our season-long sponsorship. Also, tonight's telecast was sponsored also by Anytime Fitness.
Yep.
If you're looking to, you have some fitness goals this year, looking to get in shape and maybe shed a few pounds, maybe walk away from the brewskis and unhealthy food, check out Anytime Fitness in Redline with John Turpak and set your fitness goals.
Yeah, they're a multiple game sponsor. They sponsored a couple games this year along with S3 Performance Training. So big shout out to S3 Performance Training. John Turpak, Jennifer.
John Turpak and his wife Jennifer, and we're joined by
Here's the man of the hour.
Good
job.
Congratulations, Aiden. A big game. Come on in here in the middle here.
Buddy.
I mean, all 6'6", plus probably a few inches for his hair. As you can tell, I'm a little hair envious. But congratulations on this game. 16 points. What was going through your mind tonight with this big win against Redline?
Honestly, we started out pretty slow the first half, and things weren't really falling. But then we picked it up the second half. First 3 minutes were vital, and we really turned around. We played well. So
you played well, and of course that exclamation point was that big dunk. Talk to the fans a little bit about that big dunk towards the end of this game.
They tried to press, and then we just moved the ball, and then my man came with a little assist under the basket. And I just banged it, and it was just went in like that.
And no doubt about it, you brought the fans out of their seats there tonight. And congratulations, 1,000-point scorer as a junior. You're going to be back next year, but business this week with the county championships. Looking ahead to the county championships, your thoughts?
I honestly think we have a good chance of winning the whole thing. If we come out and play well, play to our potential, we'll be right there.
No doubt about it. Dude, my broadcast partner, any questions for the big guy today?
What was the game plan at halftime with you guys being down by 10 points against a team you guys probably thought you – because sometimes you go into the county playoffs and you're already thinking about the county playoffs. So what was the game plan at halftime? What did the coach say to you?
Definitely pass. We definitely had a big emphasis on passing the ball more and getting good shots, and we did what we had to do.
All right, well, here, Mello, you want to give him the shirt?
Let's let the birthday boy here, Mello, who's 11, award the player of the game shirt to our player of the game, Aidan Hughley. 16 points tonight's contest. All 6'6" and 1,000-point scorer. Congratulations. Yeah. Soak it up as you get ready for the county championships that begin this Friday. And I got a feeling you're going to be a big part of the county championship starting this Friday for York Suburban. All the best. Good luck, Aiden. Thanks for joining us post-game.
Yep.
And a big game. Again, Aiden Hughley, 6'6" junior.
Other side of the shirt. Keep
an eye on this guy.
Sponsor.
You're going to be hearing about him not just through the county championships, but he'll be back next year for York Suburban. Aiden Hughley, thanks again for joining us here on Sports
Only
Shooting
the best
Stars.
players get those shirts, man. Like I said, we did about 50 games, man. Clovis Gallen, Nate Wilson. So you're one of the.
You're part of an elite group.
Job,
yes.
Man.
All the best, buddy. Take care. Aiden Hughley joining us on postgame. This is awesome. This is where it was at. Of course, our prior game, Savon Sutton was awarded the player game, but tonight it goes to Aiden Hughley. 16 points here on the court. It's been a great season. I want to thank the fans. This is a true passion of mine, doing this, being able to do this, I appreciate you allowing me to be part of this broadcast. It's been a great run. 50 games, and we hope to do more. Hope to double or triple that.
Yeah, 100%, man. When you came on board, you're a fan favorite. People love to hear your voice. I think you do a great job, and it's been very beneficial to have you a part of our program, man. And this is something that's going to be here for the next couple of years because every year there's new players, there's new teams coming out, and we plan on sticking around for a long time.
New sponsor, continued sponsors and continued support from our fans. We want to give our camera operator, Belinda Morales, a shout-out. A fantastic job with the camera tonight.
Right, over 50 games she filmed for us, so that's a great thing.
Our producer, Cliff Kern, who does an excellent job. You don't know him in front of the camera, but believe me, behind the scenes, this guy does amazing work and keeps this production going.
And big shout out to Lexi Miller. Lexi Miller, she's always helping us out. Your
Unable
daughter.
to make it tonight. A lot of homework. I mean, she's on the fast track with academic, and she's home doing what she enjoys, or at least attempting to do what she enjoys, and that's schoolwork. So a big shout out to her as well. And again, we want to give thanks to the fans for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars. All the best and continued success here with Sports Shooting Stars.
Yeah, we'll wrap up. Tonight's score was 57-53. York Suburban pulled it out. Another win. They're on to the county playoffs. And you might see us in the county playoffs filming some games this Friday. So keep an eye out for that. And thanks for all the fans for tuning in. And we'll see you guys soon.
For Todd Edwards,
Stu Jones.
have yourself a great night. Goodbye, everyone.